spectacular, legendary, the monster, a tradition. Just a few of the adjectives commonly used to describe the Oakland Hills Country Club. Located on the outskirts of Detroit on Maple Road in Birmingham, Michigan, Oakland Hills is a place that defines the true essence of the American golf experience. The first board meeting of the Oakland Hills Country Club was held on October 17, 1916 at the Detroit Athletic Club. Each of the 140 chartered members would pay $250 to join. 400 acres of land comprised of the Spicer, Miller, German, and Leach farms would serve as the location of the new club where members would enjoy both golf and horseback riding. At the December 1916 meeting of the Board of Directors, it was announced that the services of Donald James Ross from Royal Dornoch, Scotland, would be engaged to design a golf course on the club's property. After seeing the landscape, Ross said that the Lord intended Oakland Hills to be a golf course. After some negotiating, it was announced at the May 1918 board meeting that a gentleman from Rochester, New York, Walter Hagen, would become Oakland Hills' first golf professional. His compensation would be a salary of $300 per month, plus the profits from the sale of golf equipment. After just 1 year of service to the club, Hagen left to join the Pro Tour and became one of the legends of golf history. Because of World War I, the construction of the clubhouse was postponed. It was not until August of 1921 that the clubhouse opened to the membership at a final cost of over $650,000, about $300,000 over initial construction estimates. Modeled after George Washington's Mount Vernon home, the beauty and grandeur of the clubhouse served as a proud monument to the history of American golf. In the years since its opening, more than $5 million have been spent in the expansion and refurbishing of the structure while continuing to maintain its original style and beauty. Oakland Hills was only 5 years old when it played host to the 1924 United States Open. It was predicted to be a shootout between several of golfing's greats like Sarazen, Hagen, and Bobby Jones. But in the end, it was the unknown 118-pound Englishman, Cyril Walker, that posted a 4-day total of 297 to beat Jones by 3 strokes and claim the championship. In 1929, Glenna Collette won the United States Women's National Amateur at Oakland Hills. It was her 4th national title. She would go on to win 2 more national amateurs for a total of 6 championship titles. She became known as the Bobby Jones of women's golf. In 1937, a 25-year-old Ralph Goodall captured the $1,000 first prize. In a hot streak that lasted 3 years, Goodall posted victories in back-to-back U.S. Opens, the 1939 Masters, and 3 consecutive Western Opens. At the 1951 U.S. Open, Robert Trent Jones's redesigned course received more attention than the players. The cries of the players after their practice rounds filled the headlines. Jones had toughened the course to challenge the world's best players and their improved equipment. A syndicated sports cartoonist labeled Oakland Hills the Monster, a popular phrase that has been used to describe the course ever since. Ben Hogan's final round 67 secured the 51st Open Championship title. The publicity surrounding the 1961 U.S. Open centered more on the reputation of the course rather than the players, but the monster had been tamed a bit by the removal of the more frightening bunkers, as well as the effects of a late spring that had not allowed the rough to grow as thick and lush as it normally would. Palmer was the pre-tournament favorite to repeat as Open champion, but it was Gene Littler that claimed the championship with his 4-round total of 281. During the first 2 rounds of the 1985 U.S. Open, the course surrendered a number of low rounds. But during the last 2 rounds, the weather teamed up to save the course's reputation and allowing the monster to bite back. Andy North's consistent play allowed him to position himself for a victory. The 1996 U.S. Open saw 4 days of ideal weather and a lineup full of past Open champions. On the tee of the 72nd hole stood the last pairing of the final day. Steve Jones and Tom Lehman were tied for the lead with 1 hole to play. Lehman's tee shot rolled through the fairway and into the bunker. Jones was in the middle of the fairway. Lehman had to lay up while Jones hit a 7-iron to the middle of the green. Lehman's third shot was to the middle of the green, but he two-putted for bogey, while Jones two-putted for the win.